I feel like as a byproduct of an intensive meditation practice, harnessing the central nervous system's energy and directing the focus for multiple years, it's resulted in a large information output, a ratio that is much more quick and boom than most other humans who do not practice meditation or clearing the mind and putting in information so that I'm reaching like a block, which I'll overcome, I'll simplify, but it reached a point where it was like things I wanted to post to Facebook were like it was gonna be like an essay of information on like advancing the world, and I was like, yo, this seems like it should be used for that thing, or like an idea is like, yo, if someone's ugly, they should post their face to Facebook or social media, and we should be like, yo, you are ugly, because we could help them out, you know. But people haven't overcome these basic, I don't want to say basic, these things in the mind that say, hey, I'm bad, or I have to care what that person thinks about me. And it infects the actual social media platform. And also, it's people's time. You know, if we were to work together as a society and say, yeah, we're going to put together a database that we're going to all branch in information on what we could do to better ourselves, but also the world, we would make a Facebook and we would like put information, like lots of information on there, and work together. And what I see is that I have trouble forming a collaborative with people to actually say, yo, this is something that we have, that I have, that we should branch off and help the whole fucking world. But people don't operate like that. People, when I text people or when I talk to people, a lot of people, when I text people, I'll put out a lot of information really quick. Did you see that? I put out a lot of information really quick. That tone, you will see it in rappers like Eminem. They output information very rapidly. It's like an alien level speaking language to put out information that quick. You need to speed up the processing center of your brain so that it takes in what's going on in the environment and that it can transmute it out with your own creativity and understanding, put it back out into the world before the technology becomes really advanced. And if you're 30 years old right now, if you're not starting a meditation program, you're going to be you won't be able to actually use the technology. I'm at a point where I could use a couple phones at one time and maybe focus on many other things in the environment. People do not like to, it's my fault too, but there's a lot of people, family members, people who call me friends. Like, if you like my Facebook, I consider you like a friend. But there's people that do not want to actually have a conversation with me because I will isolate a point that they'll speak at that is a facade, and I will pinpoint it, and I'll say no. But even without like directly pinpointing it, they will see I cannot speak to Russell Hart without him noticing this block, which it comes from a fear or a cover-up, and it causes a nervousness in the central nervous system, so that they're like, and anything that they're outputting to me, it gets stopped, and they don't want to talk. I was going to name some names, but there's people who just do not fuck with me at all, because not only do I communicate in an advanced way, but I move in a very, literally, I do not, there's been points where I don't actually move until I'm 100% certain that the movement is going to be perfectly fluid, like a grace. like a perfect evenness to it. Right now, I'm working on not putting out a negative vibratory sound into the environment because it's foul. It's foul language. To hey, I'm just gonna speak in a bad way that I don't really care, and people revert back to a childhood tone where men lose a deepness to their voice, and they even the vocabulary should have been extended. Pictures they sell, but it's like, how are we gonna condense? Like, I honestly want to get it to the point where we could look at a camera and kind of like communicate, like telepathically. At one point, I literally want this to be a thing. That's a weird thing about me, is that through meditation, when I talk to someone, I will go like this. I will go and I'll be like, because I'm giving, if I'm going to talk to you, I'm going to take the quickest point of, literally out of respect for you and me. If you're transmitting something, I'm paying full attention to it. I'm paying full attention to it. And people get put on the spot. And also, it's like a review of like, well, what are you saying? Why are you saying it? I'm concerned about actual humanity, but there's certain things that people aren't doing, and because they haven't been taught how to do it. It's literally, how do you increase the focus and attention that you have, and how do you overcome basic shit of the 2000s, of the 1990s, and how do you evolve past the point where you can stop giving a fuck, because there's people who have the same profile picture from fucking high school. Like, literally they have a same. That's you evolving. It's like a mirror. When's the last time you updated your profile picture? Have you branched off to YouTube? Like, it's a different universe. Like, what is stopping you from just showing me your life and what you think? Or, I had one girl, very brilliant, genius. She was like, yo, I fuck with everything that you post. It's just that I can't share it because people think I was crazy. And I'm like talking about environmental stuff, just a lot of good things that if in the future people be like, yo, this is cool. But currently, it's like, what I did this year was I stopped caring, and I said, yo, is this an opportunity to voice what I do in my life? Is this an opportunity to really just, put out whatever the fuck I think? Wow. And people were like, yo, you're fucking crazy, dude. You just post whatever the fuck you want. I'm just like, Donald Trump does it, and he rules the fucking world. It's like a brain thing. I heard Tesla talking about, we're gonna create the first AI as a, how the fuck do I describe this properly? It's gonna be an actual organism attached to cell phones. So we're gonna create information that's gonna go into the cell phones, that's gonna go into a cybernetic network, that's gonna become like a hive of information, that's gonna be a self-sentient God that's separate from us, that has all of our information. So let's make sure that the fucking information is good. Let's make sure that we're not wasting our fucking time. And then if you're friends with me on Facebook, that I don't waste my actual energy and focus looking at a circle with a green dot of someone I don't fucking talk to because I have problems with. Like, family, they just, I do this thing where I just take over, and if I go back on it, I seem crazy. But yeah, I don't know. I just think that see, I won't actually talk unless like I've completed the thought. So this is me. I'm cool as fuck. And there's levels to this fucking